Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel Bangladesh to get the latest videos on ELT, TESOL, TEFL, Linguistics and Applied Linguistics programs. This is MLR, Chairman IELT and Head of Linguistics Bangladesh with ELT program Paper-1, Introduction to ELT course Part 2, Unit C, Aims and Purposes of ELT. In this module, you will learn about major aims and purposes of ELT. So, this video is very important and helpful for you. Learn English, buy English. Keep watching my English medium videos. I maintain international standard in teaching English. Let's get started. Introduction. The study of language is the foundation of all other learning. Language defines us as human. To be human is to use language, and to talk is to be a person. Language is a medium of communication. English is a powerful vehicle of communication, serves as a link language in a multilingual and multicultural society like India, China, USA, and so on, and also as a global linguistic mediator. Professor Jacob Theros says English is no longer some remote but a powerful mystery lying hidden in the world of textbooks in examination. English language teaching, or ELT, refers to the activity and industry of learning English and teaching English to non-native speakers. Many large editorial companies have ELT sections which publish books for English teachers and learners to use. Major aims of ELT. Basically, ELT is a teacher training program aiming at producing experienced English language teachers and graduates with both theoretical as well as practical knowledge and skills in teaching English, especially who are committed to be teachers professionally. ELT strives to formulate easier, better, and more feasible approaches, theories, methodologies, design suitable syllabuses, prepare reliable course materials, as well as administering appropriate testing, evaluation, and assessment procedure. ELT endeavors to facilitate the teacher students so that they can give expertise in teaching English as a second language or as a foreign language, coping with the rapidly growing demand of global communication using English as a lingua franca. ELT emphasizes teaching both receptive skills, listening and reading, as well as productive skills, speaking and writing, equally together with phonology, morphology, syntax, pragmatics, along with verbal and non-verbal aspects of English language, including their functions and notions. Aims of English language teaching in non-native countries. In many non-native countries like India, now English exists as a second language or official language or as a foreign language, and the aim of teaching English in those countries is to help students to acquire practical command on English. Thompson and Watt said that our students should not only understand English when it is spoken or written, but also should be able to speak and write it well. Thompson and Watt have told the four specific aims of teaching English. They are: number 1, to understand spoken English; number 2, to speak English; number 3, to understand written English; and number 4, to write English. Competence can be achieved if we give opportunities to our students to listen English news, conversation, etc. Recognition vocabulary of students should be increased to enable them read English with comprehension. The ability to speak English enables the students to communicate easily with the people around the world. Thus, all the four aims are equally important. They have proposed and suggested several proper ways and techniques to achieve the four aforementioned aims successfully. Number 1. Motivate the students. While teaching English, students should be motivated by creating awareness about the importance of English language in different aspects of life. Students should be taught that English language is a window to the world. It is the bridge through which they could travel everywhere in the world, and with the help of English they can explore immense world of knowledge. Number 2. To enhance vocabulary. Sound vocabulary enables the learners to communicate effectively and appropriately in real-life situations. With sound structured vocabulary, English can be used effectively for study purposes across the curriculum. Good vocabulary also develops interest in appreciation of literature. Number 3. To increase phonological and morphological perception. Pronunciation, accent, intonation, tone, appropriate meaning, and function of words are some essential elements to understand English in conversation. So, ELT trainers should inspire learners to study and practice phonology and morphology so that they can master pronunciation, accent, intonation, tone, appropriate meaning, and function of words accurately. Number 4. Proper grammatical structure. The teacher should always emphasize on teaching students with proper grammatical structures. This will help the students write compositions correctly using appropriate punctuation marks, capital letters, and connectors. Number 5. Provide linguistic components. In the world today, so closely linked as a result of globalization, the presence of the English language has spilled over into virtually all aspects of everyday life. Consequently, it is essential for the teachers to highlight why English is such a valuable asset of all who uses their unique language. Number 6. Imagination and creativity. The teachers can enable students to express themselves creatively and imaginatively. Proper use of language can increase students' ability to use planning, drafting, and editing to improve their work. Number 7. Use of Internet. Teachers should create awareness amongst students that there are many English-speaking apps, dictionaries, videos, audios, etc. which they can use from Internet. Learning English will help them to use these facilities easily. Now, I will be discussing the objectives of English language teaching. An objective is a desired goal that is trying to be accomplished. Dr. S.R. Bloom has defined educational objective as the desired goal or outcome at which instruction is aimed. For example, if a teacher wants his students to improve a speaking skill, the teacher will have to try his utmost level for speaking skill. After all, the teacher has to follow all his tactics for the improvement of a student. So the desired goal of improving speaking skill would be the objective of speaking. The objectives of a topic in English help in realizing some general objectives of teaching English. They are: number 1, to be able to speak English fluently and accurately. Number 2, to think in English and then speak. Number 3, to be able to compose freely and independently in speech and writing. Number 4, to be able to read books with understanding. Number 5, to acquire a vocabulary of 250 words, 2500 words around. Number 6, ability to use reference material such as encyclopedia, dictionary, etc. Number 7, to be able to talk in English easily. The objective of teaching English has two main aspects. Number 1, language aspect, words, sentences, pronunciation, spelling and grammar. Number 2, literature aspect, words, sentences, expressing idea, feelings and experiences. These two objectives differ from each other as far as the class and age of students is concerned. The other fourfold objectives are: number 1, semantic, related to understanding; phonetic, deals with the sound, spelling and pronunciation; number 3, graphic, related to writing; and number 4, phonetic cum graphic, dealing with reading. The following abilities can be developed by these fourfold objectives: to understand spoken English, ability to speak English, ability to read English, ability to write English. Of these, the first and second objectives are concerned to passive command over the language, and the objectives third and fourth are related to active command over the language. Thomson and Watt has said, reading will render later progress in speech and writing. The ultimate use of language becomes more accurate. The English teaching also has two other objectives. Number 1, skill objectives, and number 2, cognitive objectives. Skill objectives include to develop the skill of speaking, to develop the skill of reading, to develop the skill of writing, to develop the skill of listening, to enable the students for the use of grammar correctly, to enable the students to analyze the elements of language and establish appropriate relationship among linguistic components. Cognitive objectives include to acquire knowledge, to diagnose the weakness of speaking and writing English, to compare and illustrate linguistic components, to classify the elements of English language, and to understand the meaning of prose, poetry, story and drama by reading. Conclusion: most of all, we should realize the delicacy and dedication of learning the language and should put in much enterprise to master it for a better future and a better tomorrow. Self-practice can make language learning quicker. That practice with interest and motivation is an independent exercise and has no substitute. In order to teach English correctly and accurately and to ensure effective teaching learning English language, English teachers and ELT graduates must know the aims and objectives of teaching English properly. Thanks for watching.